Chelsea fans, welcome back to Talking Chelsea. Welcome back to another match review, and in this video we're going to be talking about why Enzo Maresca needs to get revenge on Ipswich. We are going to be talking about the predicted Chelsea 11, going through all the options, seeing if Enzo Maresca is going to make any wild lineup changes like he has in the previous two matches. So let's get into the video. And before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you are a Chelsea fan who enjoys Chelsea content. We're on the road to 10k by the end of 2025. It is time for Enzo Maresca to get revenge. In the reverse fixture at Ipswich, we lost 2-0 in an embarrassing performance. Liam Delap tore us apart, and it is time for Enzo Maresca to get his revenge. He has to. This is a massive game at Stamford Bridge. Now, back in the day, we have a lot of people that want to talk about the past. I'm one of these people also that remembers the good old days, the golden era. This would be a game we win 4-5, maybe 6-0, especially if it's a team that's pretty much relegated and it's relegation fodder. This is going to be a very different game. We are at home. We're starting to play a bit better. We're a lot more defensively sure. We just need to score goals and take our chances. So this is the starting 11 that I am going with. Play along with me in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on the lineup. We don't know whether Enzo Maresca is going to make any wild lineup changes. I'm really hoping not. He rested a lot of players on Thursday in the Conference League. So we know that Chelsea's number one is going to be Robert Sanchez, purely because in his latest press conference, he said Sanchez is the Premier League keeper and Jorgensen is the Conference League keeper. So it's going to stay that way. Now, Sanchez, to give him his flowers, I know I'll get on his back a lot, but to give him his flowers, he has played well in the last few games and kept a few clean sheets. So let's hope there's no silly mistakes. His distribution has still been incredibly poor, though. I'm not going to let that slide. It's been, against Brentford especially, my God, the distribution was shocking. But he has kept a clean sheet and made some important saves. So we move. Left back, it has to be Cucurella. This guy is unbelievable for us every time he plays. Even when he came on against Liga Warsaw, he had that second half run out, completely changes the dynamic. He is integral to how we attack and how we transition going forward from defence into midfield, and even getting into them number 10 roles and creating chances and even scoring goals this season. He's been getting some good GA, let's not forget that. When it comes to the centre-back partnership, I'm a bit in two minds about this because we had Badiashile and Colwell in the second half of Liga Warsaw. Tosin came off. Now, nothing's really been said whether it's an injury-based thing or Maresca didn't like him in the system. We also had Ashrapong playing right-back, who I thought had a fantastic game. And Reece James was in midfield, and Gusto started the game left-back. So in terms of rotation, I don't know what Enzo Maresca is going to do. Now, I feel like the centre-back partnership, which would always be Colwell Fofana. Fofana is injured. I'm going to go with Colwell because I feel like Enzo's going to pick him if he's fit. And he did have a good game against Liga Warsaw when he came on to do a job. Obviously, we know there's a disparity in the quality of teams, but you can only play who's in front of you. Partnering him, if Tosin is injured, it will have to be Badiashile. It will have to be Badiashile. But I don't know how I feel about two left-footed centre-backs, potentially playing in the back three as well. So I'm going to put Badiashile purely because we don't know if Tosin's injured or not. Whether he picked up a knock, whether he just wasn't feeling right, we don't know. Nothing's been said in the press conference that I have seen anyway. So I'm going to go with Badiashile. Don't know how I feel about that. But hey, Badiashile has played some very solid games this season, so hopefully he doesn't make any silly mistakes. It looks a lot better after coming back from injury. Right back, I am going to go Reece James. I really don't want to see Reece James in midfield again. Yes, he had a good game against Liga Warsaw, and they are the types of games where you can experiment with Reece James in midfield. But against Ipswich, we want to play him right back. That's his best position. He's better than Gusto as well. I don't want to see Gusto left back. Reece James in the middle. Now, there is a big sort of question mark. Reece James played a full 90. Can he do 2 games in a week? Maresca keeps saying no. Does it mean we're going to start Gusto and rest Reece James? I really hope not. I really hope not. Actually, after saying that out loud, he probably is going to start Gusto. I would still much rather Reece James. He had a good game in central midfield. He did play a lot of the game as well. I'm going to go Reece James, but it's potentially going to be Gusto because of rotation. But Reece James is the strongest option there. In the midfield, we have the duo at the moment that can't do no wrong. They keep playing better and better. Moises Caicedo, who finally got some rest. We had KDH, we had Reece James in them, the 6 roles that obviously one advanced, which was KDH. And Mugu came on and got some minutes. Caicedo was not touched at all that Thursday. We love to see it. It means he got some proper rest and he's fully ready to go for Ipswich. And then we've got Enzo Fernandez, who again wasn't touched in that Thursday game. wasn't needed to be called upon, which means he can then play against Ipswich. And these two fully fit. And the way they're playing recently, whoo-hoo, Ipswich are in for it as long as we can stay on the ball, which we typically do. That will be incredible. When it comes to the front four, this is where things, especially the wide men, like, I don't know what's going to go on here. Sancho got 2 assists. He played the full game, or near enough. Did he play the full 90? I think he did. Madueke came on and scored 2 goals, which are super important goals. Completely changed the dynamic of the attack on that right-hand side. However, Tyreek George played very, very well. I want to see Tyreek George start in the Premier League. I feel like he deserved it. He got his first goal. Mind you, if you go on stats, the way Enzo Maresca likes to go on things, Nkunku played better on the left. I still wouldn't start him at all. I don't want to see him playing a Chelsea shirt for the rest of the season, personally. This is an absolute must, and we've got a string of injuries. I really want to see Tyreek George start on the left. Is Sancho going to start back-to-back games? Well, essentially triple games, back-to-back-to-back. Knowing Enzo Maresca probably would. However, we've got Pedro Neto, and he wasn't used. So I'm going to go Pedro Neto, basing it on a rotation side of things. Didn't play Thursday. Think he's going to start on the left-hand side. Give Jadon Sancho time on the bench. He might come on in the second half. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go Noni Madueke. He needs to play. He's so integral to, we've been trying to ease him in. He played first half against Brentford. He's brought off, played the second half against Liga Warsaw, was incredible. I feel like he has to start against Ipswich. I think he can do the most damage. He's our most direct winger. He's our best winger this season. Regardless of people's opinions, I feel like the Noni hate is very forced at this point. He's a very good winger. He's Chelsea's best winger. He's the most direct. And I feel he's the one that's going to get GA. He's going to get goals, he's going to get assists. He was frightening against Liga Warsaw, and he completely changed the game. So he has to start for me. And again, the number 10 role has to be Cole Palmer, and I'm hoping that he can come on and change the game. He looked a bit off it in the Liga Warsaw game, and it wasn't just him. That first half was woeful to watch, very boring. But even when Palmer got the ball, KDH got the ball, and we were kind of transitioning into that final third, nothing really came off. It was all wayward passes. Either the pass was too short, too long. It just didn't really connect. So I'm hoping against Ipswich at home, we're going to have a lot more of the ball. We can find a bit more space. Players like Noni and Neto hopefully stretching the midfield to defence of Ipswich. Palmer getting a bit more space. I feel like he can get back on the score sheet. This would be the type of game where we need him to boost his confidence, get an assist or another assist, get some goals. It would be a beautiful thing to see. Excuse me. And then the number 9, for me, it has to be Nicholas Jackson. It has to be Jackson because he was fully rested Thursday. He travelled. He was part of the squad. Didn't play. He played a bit part against Brentford. Played nothing on Thursday. He has to start against Ipswich because, again, this is the type of game where Nicholas Jackson and Palmer can run riot, score goals, grab assists, and get other members of the team involved in that play. We can see Neto getting a goal with his quick counter-attacking football if he actually tries to beat a man and gets in and behind. A lot of teams do sit deep and it does squeeze a lot of the space. Madueke, very direct. But the thing is with Jackson is he stretches the midfields and defences of opposition teams because he'll drop deep, get the ball, hold some players off, run forward, and all of a sudden the defending team don't really know what's going on because Jackson's dropped so deep, and that allows our wingers to come inside. It also allows Palmer to have more freedom and more space in that 10 role to actually do what he's good at, which is picking a pass, taking a shot, creating some chances. So that is who I would go with for Ipswich, and this is the game that Enzo Maresca needs to get revenge because losing 2-0 at Ipswich was an absolute embarrassment. Liam Delap tore us a new one on his own. Yes, he died for the penalty. It is what it is. If he was wearing a Chelsea shirt, you'd love it. But we have to go get the 3 points. This is a must-win game. It is a 6-pointer for Chelsea this weekend, and it's a must-win game for Enzo Maresca, in my opinion. That is my starting 11 that I would select. So that's my predicted Chelsea 11 to face Ipswich this Sunday in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge, and I'm hoping for a massive 3 points and a big scoreline. Hopefully we can see Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer playing and back on the score sheet. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this lineup. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. I love having a conversation with you guys. And if you have watched this video all the way to the end, you are a real one. But also there'll be a thumbnail that pops up on the screen. So if you are a Chelsea fan who enjoys Chelsea content, make sure you click that thumbnail because you'll enjoy that video too.